Hey y'all, welcome back to those who are new. I would like to thank you all for stopping by my channel. It is me, Ashley, with Her Story My Life, and today I'm deciding to do a get to know me video, mainly because I guess I'm new to YouTube, or new again to YouTube. I had a channel a few years ago, maybe about 5 years ago or whatever. I wasn't consistent or anything like that. It didn't really go far, but I decided to give it a try again. So here I am again. The name has changed to Her Story My Life, and the reason being is because I want to give you an insight to my life. You know, me as in she, as in her. Yeah, that's my life. Because I mean, a lot of times us women, we describe ourselves as a wife, a mother, a sister, or whoever, blah, 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 blah. But I am so much more than that. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy being a mother. I enjoy being a wife, sister, cousin, friend, all of the above. But I am so much more than that. And so that's where my channel name came from. Looking into my life, me personally. Yeah, so I'm going to do this tag today, or not tag, but this video today, just so that people who don't know me can get a chance to learn a little bit more about me in my everyday life. So I'm going to go question by question and answer as much as possible that I can, as long as this one. Say hi, Elijah. If Mr. Elijah allows me to do so. So I chose today because today is very dark and gloomy outside, and also I have a migraine, so I'm not really feeling like moving about, so I decided just to sit in my bed and try and get this video recorded, because I've been trying to do it for the last week or so and haven't had a chance to sit down and actually do it. So if you are old enough, then you will remember that, like, on the little websites like Black Planet and whatever the other ones used to be. I can't really even think of the name right now, but they used to always do ASL, and that was age, sex, and location. So my name is Ashley. For any of you that don't know, my name is Ashley. I am a female, duh. I mean, yeah, duh. And my location, I live currently in Illinois. Now, I want you all to comment down below what city in Illinois or county, I'll say city. What city do you believe or do you think that I live in? And for those who do know me, please don't comment in the comments down below. I want people that don't know me to try and guess and see if they can figure out. But I do live in Illinois. I am married. I've been married almost 9 years. On May 25th, it'll be 9 years. However, we've been together. We have been together maybe about 18 years, so maybe almost 18 years. I'm not 100% sure. I can't do the math off the top of my head. Like I said, I got a migraine, so my brain is not working correctly. Also, the bonnet is here. Y'all know I'll have my bonnet on all the time. However, my hair is washed, and you all will see that video. But my hair is washed. However, I could not flat iron it because, like I said, my head is like banging. So we're going to go past that. So like I said, I've been married almost 9 years. We've been together almost 20 years, I believe. Wow. That's a long time. Lucky him, right? Next question. Why did I choose, and I'm sorry if you all hear the toy in the background, but that's the only way that I can keep him quiet and actually on this bed right now is giving him his toy. So, hey, I'm a mother to a toddler. Y'all gonna hear noise. I'm sorry. But why did I choose to start YouTube? I started YouTube to give myself an outlet to express myself, express how I'm feeling, the things that I'm thinking, to give advice to people who may need advice just based off of how I live my life or things that I have been through in my life. I feel like deep down inside, I really feel like I have a lot to say. And I feel like with YouTube, it's going to give me the outlet that I'm looking for to really get those things out. A lot of people say, oh, you always give such good advice, and, you should do that for a living. And I don't know what that would really entail with me doing it for a living necessarily. But I figured that I can start here. And like I said, even if nothing else comes about it, it'll be me expressing myself and getting a lot of stuff off my brain and off my heart. And, you know, just doing something different. Because for those who would know me, you would know that I'm not one to be all in front of the camera or, you know, speaking and doing all the extra stuff. That's just really not me. At least not right now in my life. But I'm looking to, you know, expand myself and grow and learn and do some different stuff. So that is why I chose YouTube. The next question that I seen was, do I have kids? Well, duh, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I do have children. I have 2 amazing rainbow boys. And I say that all the time, and I don't neglect the fact that they are rainbow boys, because if you knew what I've been through to get this way, you would say it too. Like, in all honesty, you would say it too. So I have 2 beautiful boys. I also have a stepson who is, I think he'll be 20 this year. But he does not live with us. However, that is my stepson. So technically I have 3 boys. Next question. Am I an introvert or an outrovert? To be honest, I believe I am the most, it's either I'm the most introverted outrovert or the most outroverted introvert. However it goes, because now in my older years, I don't want to be out like in the clubs and stuff like that or whatever, but I know how to have a good time. I'm not the one that's just going to walk up on someone and just start chit-chatting and stuff like that. It depends on the situation that we're in, but if I'm put in that situation to have a conversation or communicate with someone, I definitely can and I know how. I just choose to kind of be to myself. I'm more of a homebody now. I would definitely choose staying in the house, having a good time, having some nice food, nice music, and a nice cocktail versus being out at someone's club, at someone's party, whatever. So whichever way it works, introverted, outrovert, or extroverted, introvert, that's where I'm at. So, yeah. What is my star sign? Now, before I answer this, I don't want to hear nothing in the comments talking about some, okay. I'm just going to say it. I am a Sagittarius. I was born on December the 19th. I'm a Sagittarius. And do I feel like I fit in the category of Sagittarius? I don't think so. I honestly, I don't know. Some people say yes, some people say no. I just feel like I am just simply me. And whatever that entails at that moment, that's just what you get from me. I'm the type of person who I give what I get in most situations. So if you're giving me good energy, you're going to receive good energy from me. If I can't get that from you, then I'm going to sit in my little area and I'm going to chill. Like, that's just what it is. Like, do I have a temper? At times when necessary. Do I have an attitude? At times when necessary. Can I be the coolest chick in the room if need be? Definitely can be. Can I be the meanest chick in the room? Definitely can be. So it's like it goes both ways. Like I said, I like to think that I'm a pretty nice person, pretty nice person, but I don't take shit. It's just that simple. And in some cases, I may choose to just take a pause and just walk away. And in some instances, I may entertain it. It just depends on how I'm feeling at that time. And it depends on what the situation is. However, I will say this. When it comes to my family, meaning like my kids, my husband, my mother, my siblings, like when it comes to them, you better try Jesus and not me, because I will go G14 very swiftly for my family. For the ones that I truly rock with, I will go G14, and I won't care of the repercussions behind that. I won't care. And will I feel apologetic afterwards? Absolutely not. Will I lose sleep over it at night? Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Not sorry. It just is what it is. So when it comes to my family, let's just not. Let's not and say we did. Better yet, don't even say that you did. Let's just not. That's the best thing that I can give you. The best advice that I can give you. Let's just not. The next question is, do I have any bad habits or what others may consider bad habits? And I'm going to tell you like this. There's some people that consider cursing a bad habit. And I don't even feel like it's a habit for me. I feel like it's just a way of life for me. It's an expression. It's the way that I choose to express myself at times. It's not necessarily something that okay. Maybe he got something to say. Using curse words to me is not because I'm angry. It could be because I'm happy. It could be because I'm sad. It could be because I'm expressing myself. It could just simply be because I'm just talking. I opened my mouth and that's what came out. And I'm okay with that. And like I said, most people think that that's a bad habit. But to me, it is not. Any other bad habits or whatever people may be considered, it would be me trying to always fix others' situations. Or trying to prevent them from ending up in a situation. Like, you know, since I'm older than a lot of my cousins or sisters or whatever, generally when I see them in a situation or I see a situation getting ready to occur, I usually try and do whatever I can to prevent it for them, or at least talk with them and give them the best advice I can so that they won't have to go through it. But it's not always successful. And then they end up bumping their heads. And then it's like, I feel so bad, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I tried to prevent it, even though it wasn't even my place, but that's just the way that I am. I'm like that. So I'm always going to be like that big sister, big cousin type of person where if I can prevent you from going through a hard time or bumping your head or heartbreak or anything like that, I'm going to try my best to prevent it. Now, whether you choose to follow through, that's up to you. But I know that that's in my heart. I don't like to see people hurt. Honestly, I don't like to see people hurt. And so I try and do my best to prevent that as much as possible. And that tends to become a downfall for me because people look at me upside my head. Oh, well, I'm grown. I got to learn on my own and yada, 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 yada. So I've learned to cut back a lot on that, but it still happens. What is my favorite type of music or favorite artist, favorite song? And I don't know. I love... Okay, he's acting crazy. Elijah, what you doing, son? Yeah, he's acting crazy. I love old school music. And when I say old school music, I mean like, you know, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, good music. When music was music. I even love the 90s and the 2000s music because that's my era. But give me some good old school music, some good gospel music. Again, old school gospel music, not all that new stuff. I don't know what none of that is really, but the old, when you was in church with your grandma and your mama, and you had to be there every Sunday. That music, give me that, and I'm golden. Give me some good rap. I mean, I'm into it all pretty much. You know what I'm saying? If it's got a decent beat, I rock with it. But my favorite music of all time is old school, and generally on the weekends in my home, or when we're doing deep cleaning, cocktailing, any of that, you're gonna hear some old school. Between old school, R&B, rap, you're gonna hear a little bit of all of it. So I don't really have like a favorite artist or anything like that I can think of. But yeah, that's where we at. Oh boy. So the question was, rate your childhood from 0 to 10. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. Now, I've gave thought to this question as I wrote it down. And I have to answer this in 2 different parts. So, if I think about my childhood just simply back then, I would say my childhood was probably about a 7 or 8 or so. Sometimes 9, sometimes 10, but for the most part, about a 7 or 8. I'll not say that from growing up until about age. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Growing up until about age 16, 17, maybe 18, I still say about a 7 or 8, a strong 7 or 8, right? I had a 2-parent household. They did fairly well financially. We didn't want for much. Well, I'll say it like this: we didn't need anything. Let's establish that we didn't need anything. Our wants were fairly met. At least mine were. I can't speak for nobody else because Ashley has always spoke up for herself. So what she wanted, she gonna say what she want, and if they can't help her when she got older, she figured out how to get herself. So, yes, son. Yes, son. Yes. He don't want nothing. Anyway, so like I said, thinking back on my childhood, I would say 7 or 8. Now, when I go into thinking now, thinking about things that I remember, things that occurred, blah, 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 and I look back at it now, in all honesty, and this is no shade to anybody, but when I think back, I really would have to say it probably was about a 4 or a 5. On a good day, probably a 5, 6. And I'm not going to really go into detail about that right now, but I had this conversation with my older sister, and I told her, like, like when I think back on our childhood, it's like it wasn't what I really thought that it was back then. Like almost everything that I thought wasn't. Almost everything that I felt was not. And I'm old enough to understand that now. There's still a lot of stuff that I don't get, but hell, you probably never will at this point. Probably a lot of things that I probably need to do a little counseling for and deep dive in to be okay. But I'm okay right now. But it's like 2 different numbers for the most part when I think about my childhood. Just right then in that moment, like I said, a 7 and 8. But when I think back now as I have grown up and have realized a lot of things, probably about a 5, 6. Next question. More kids. Do we, because it's not just a me thing, do we want more kids? Honestly, in a dream world, I would still be trying for my little girl. However, I don't want to be that person that keeps trying and keeps having kids and they just so happen to be boys and I'm not satisfied and so I keep trying. To be honest, and I'm being perfectly honest, I feel like I'm content with my 2 boys. I feel like they have both exactly what I need and I am exactly what they need. So at this point, like I know I don't have the final say so. I do know that I know God has the final say so. But if it is up to me, and I believe I'm speaking for Terrence as well, but if it is up to me, I believe that we excuse me, I believe that we are done. And I'm okay with that. I am officially 37 years old. And not saying that your age really has something to do with it, but I know it does play a factor in things when you're trying to conceive and when you're trying to have a healthy pregnancy and delivery. I know it plays a factor in there. And I think that we're good because I still want to have time in my life to still do some things. It's a lot of things that I have not done. There's a lot of traveling we have not done. A lot of financial moves we have not made. And it makes no sense to bring more children into the situation if those are the things that we're trying to establish. So, as far as I know, and I'll say as far as I know, we are done having children. And I think I'm okay with that. No, I am okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right, next question. What is my favorite drink? Now, it depends on what drink we're talking about. Of course, I love water. I am a water drinker. Not as much as I need to be. And I definitely need to step it back up. But I definitely enjoy some water. Bottled water as far as, okay. Ice Mountain is my favorite bottled water. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, oh my God, why do you drink that water? Yada, yada, yada. But to me, that's my favorite. That's the one that I can stand. I do not like purified water. I just don't. I mean, I'll drink it if I have to, but that's not really my thing. As far as any type of juice, I like orange juice. But if you give me some type of pineapple orange juice, that's my fave. I am a pop drinker. Yes, I said pop. I drink pop. So again, comment down below, where do you think that I live? I told you I live in Illinois, but where do you think that I live? But I am a pop drinker. I like all different types of pop. It's not really, I don't really have a favorite necessarily. As far as the alcohol is concerned, I do not drink beer. No offense to those who do, but I just can't get with it. I don't like wine. I know. I can't drink wine. For some reason, I don't know if it's the fruitiness or whatever that's in the wine. But whenever I drink wine, then it gives me a headache. I don't know. And even if I sip it, if I drink wine, then I know that I've I know that I have drunken. That don't even sound right. I know when I drink wine because I get a headache instantly. So I'm not really a big wines and margaritas and stuff like that. I drink that occasionally, but I'm still not a heavy drink on that because of the sugar and it gives me a headache. Give me a Patron and pineapple or Hennessy straight. Yes, I said Hennessy straight. Yes, that's my shit. Give me some pineapple and Patron or Hennessy. And those are my favorites. Those are my favorite drinks. So, I don't know what other questions y'all may want me to answer. So if you want, you can comment them down below. And if I can answer them for you, I definitely will. I would like to thank you for stopping by my channel and checking out this video. This Get to Know Me. I hope this gave you a little more insight. Into who Ashley is as a person. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a like. Comment down below. Like I said, where do you think I live? I am from Illinois. But what part of Illinois do you think I'm from? Also, any other questions that you may want to ask about me, feel free to hit it down in the comments below. If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on and join this family. Let's build a village here on YouTube full of intelligent women who want to support one another. I mean, and it doesn't necessarily have to be women, but that's where I'm at with it. So, if you are an intelligent woman who wants to support another woman, go ahead and subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love. See you guys.